But how's it do, Zonny Flips? It's your boy Break here, and today it's Wednesday. You know what that means? Look, ladies and gentlemen, we're still here. We're still pushing. You know who's not here? We're gonna get to it, but it is Wednesday. I hope you guys are having a beautiful, fantastic, grand Wednesday. And if you are, hey, make sure you hit the like button. It will help me. It will help the channel. And subscribe to the channel, because that might help you in the future. But enough of all the normal shtick. Listen, I hope you guys really are having a good day. But if you're not, I might have something that might cheer you up. All right, my good friends. You know, normally sometimes when you're not having a good day, you like to listen to some music to cheer you up. Now, I have a suggestion for you. I picked this bad boy up a little over a month ago. I love it, and I think you should love it too. We have none other than Moments Elsewhere by Johnny Booth. It's a great album. Came out in 2023. I think you guys will really love Johnny Booth if you gave it a good old try, especially if you like metal, because metal is great. I feel like everyone should listen to metal, and this album actually is pretty sick. And like every time I just look at this album cover, I just think of this. No, I told you. Hold on. No, but for real though. Hold on. Look. You found me. Look. I told you. Shit, looking crazy. Hello. Nigga look like a motherfucking iguana up there. Talking shit. The fuck? That's what Ari Fletcher was doing in that one video. I was like, girl, do that to me. Good. Dude. I'm gonna look that up. But today, ladies and gentlemen, all right, man, we just gonna cut right into the meat and potatoes of this, because look, all right, wrestling fans, WWE fans, come here, let's talk about it, because as you can see by the title, as you can see by the thumbnail, oh my god, his time is literally up. But when his time came to an end, it stirred so much controversy. It's too much going on at this current point. So as you guys know, this past Saturday night main event, John Cena versus Gunther. All right. First of all, let me know down in the comments, what do you guys think about it? What do you guys think about the tab? What do you guys think about the future, you know, when it comes to Gunther? Because I really do want to discuss this. And when it comes to this whole situation as a whole, it's so many parallels. So I don't even know where to start, but I'm gonna just start at this. I'm gonna start just with the tap on its own. So when I saw him tap out, John Cena, he tapped out. You know, as we already know, this is Mr. Never Give Up. Mr. I Will Never Quit. In my personal opinion, when I saw that with my own eyes, that pretty much, that's like looking back, seeing everything that you have done, and just taking a vacuum cleaner and just sucking it all up, and just like, that's almost like saying you're a fraud at this point. And I'm like, bro, I've been watching this guy since I was 7, 8 years old. I saw his first match. I saw when he debuted the My Time Is Now theme song. My first ever WrestleMania 21, the one where he won his first ever WWE championship, I was there. I won't, you know what I mean. I watched it at home. Yeah. I've been watching that man since I was 7, 8 years old. Now, is he in my top 5? No, but he's up there. And just seeing that's like a slap in the face to the fans. Okay? And now, don't get me wrong. It's the storyline that goes with it. But then again, on top of that, if he taps, whatever. But the thing about it is, John Cena's tapping, he's retiring. That's one thing. But on the other hand, this is Gunther. He's going to still wrestle, and he's going to carry that with him. Now, the thing about that is, he's talking about he's going to make John Cena tap. They're pretty much making him the new legend killer or whatever. Now, when he made him tap, that's one thing. But the way John did it kind of contradicts the whole Gunther thing. John Cena literally smiled. He is smiling, and then he taps out. Now, if he's like, me personally, I'm gonna be mad. I'm mad regardless. But it's like, okay, that's John Cena like giving up, and that's Gunther taking like so much heat, so much pressure and everything. But the fact that John Cena was like, this is the end of the road for me. Alright guys, I'm out. That kind of defeats the purpose of Gunther retiring him like taking all that backlash and heat. That just contradicts itself. Okay? And me personally, I didn't like the finish. I mean, if he would have just beat him fair and square, 1, 2, 3, or John would have passed out, whatever, I'm fine with that. But the fact that he was smiling and he tapped out, it didn't make any sense. And I was talking to one of my friends about it, and I said, with John Cena, take away the whole smiling aspect, him tapping out. With him doing that, the way they book Gunther is going to be critical now, because you are the guy that made John Cena give up. If you do not book that man to look like a monster heel, a nigga that should not ever lose much, that what just happened on Saturday Night Main Event was a total waste. It will be a total waste if you do not make that man look like a monster. And he's already in a hard position, because people do not like Gunther just for the simple fact that Gunther's style, his character and his style of wrestling is kind of 18th century. It's old. I wouldn't say basic, but it's just very old, and people don't like that. People like the flashy, colorful type of style of wrestling, and Gunther, he's very classic with it. He's very rambunctious with his wrestling style, and it's already not clicking with fans. And with that type of character, y'all are kind of like putting yourself in a hole, and if y'all don't book him right, it's not gonna end well for him. I mean, shit, after he tapped out, man, Triple H just had to bring his ass out there, and I mean, they booed him out the damn building. And on the side of John Cena retiring, he's pushing 50. He's already transcended into the movie business. He's already doing that. Look, on that aspect, look, thank you for all that you have done, John Cena. I've had at least like one of your action figures growing up. I bought a bootleg t-shirt from one of the guys out there after the matches were done. Of course, I had to get one of these. You said, look. Hell, I even added his theme song to my playlist. I listen to it at least once or more times a day, because we're not gonna hear it anymore. And also, I want to know down in the comments below, do you guys think that John Cena will ever show up again? Of course, he's not gonna wrestle ever again, but do you think he'll just, you know, pop up here and there, like hey guys, it's me? Me personally, I feel like he would, but knowing John Cena, I don't know if he'll come back in the colorful shirt, the shorts, because if he does, you know, you're gonna see people in the shirts, or unless like midway through the show he'll come out and then next thing you know he'll be wearing the shirt, and then that's when the vendors be like, oh, the new John Cena shirts are here, yeah, here we go. But he's really going, and without John Cena, like who's gonna be the new John Cena? Before y'all even say Cody Rhodes, come on now, Cody Rhodes ain't got a lick of character in him. He's boring. Me personally, I like Gunther more than I like Cody Rhodes. I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all, because other than the theme song, Cody's boring. I don't like him. And like I said, on the whole Gunther aspect of things, me personally, I do hope that it works out for him. And in order for that to actually work out more in his favor, he has to leave Raw and go to SmackDown, because they're already building up Braun Breaker to beat Punk for the belt. And if you're building him to beat Punk, you can't have Gunther on the same roster as him. You have to move him over to SmackDown for Cody. And I am begging for him to beat Cody, because I already didn't want Cody to beat Roman at WrestleMania. He shouldn't have been the one to beat Roman's streak. He should have never been the one to dethrone him. I'd rather somebody else, and then Cody can finish his story or whatever. But like I said, I don't like Cody. But back to Gunther. Gunther move over to SmackDown. He takes the belt from Cody. He goes on his monster run, and book him well. That's all I'm asking for. And then with him being this whole new legend killer or whatever, they send up the storyline for him to retire AJ Styles, one of my top 3. Oh no. And then eventually he might kill the legend of the legend killer, my number 1. Like I said, y'all better book this well, or we're gonna have problems. Okay, because he just retired one of my top 20, and then they're planning him to retire my number 1 and my number 2. Triple H, don't play with me. And that will be all for today's video, ladies and gentlemen. Look, if you guys want me to talk a little bit more about wrestling, hey, that's one of the few things that I actually pay attention to very thoroughly, that I can actually give you like some back and forth with. Hey, let me know down in the comments, or leave a like, favorite, comment, subscribe, all that fancy stuff that you love to put in your pasta salad. And as always, honey floozins, stay doozin'. My name is Break. Hey, make sure you come back for the next video, because that is when we will see you in the next one. Go listen to Johnny Booth.